Morning. Beautiful day, y'all. It is a beautiful day. However, I am definitely not feeling beautiful. I haven't for a very, very, very long time. And I would honestly like to be there again. So, this is my truth be told video. And the only way it's going to be gotten is by live. Because videos, you can just record them and delete them and start all over again. I don't want that. So right now, it is starting out as a video until others come on or it detracts. In the meantime, I just crawled out of bed, and I am going to take you with me as I do my day. And I'll tell you, here's the truth. And it's going to be repeated several times in this video because it is alive. But the truth is I'm kind of miserable. And I say kind of because I'm not miserable like I had been or like a lot of other people are. I am autistic. I have 37 years plus off methamphetamines. I have 25 years sober. I have 14 months caffeine free. I do not have it all together. I'm working a part-time job, making minimum wage per the state, and I live in an RV. I pay rent on private property, and I got chickens because I'm hungry. And I'm probably going to get I won't necessarily get sick of eggs because it can be used in so many different things. However, it was essential, and I need this. I'm hungry. I don't get food stamps. I'm going to have to take you off the charger for a second. I'll be back and forth with the power cord here all morning. Well, not all morning, but during the length of this video. And I will be wandering around with you. So bear with the movement, y'all. I'm taking you out on my daily chores. I've had the heater on this morning. It is 27 degrees out. I'm going to let the doggy outside. Okay, dog's out. No, I got to watch my skirt because the heater stuck out further than could be. Let's say good morning to the birds. Good morning, chickies. Good morning. Yeah, that's the camera. What? No more running around now that the camera's on you? You try to jump up? Go for it. Okay. Oh, hello. Hold on. Oh, gosh. Let me get my glasses on. Hold on. Oh, my goodness. Okay. Glasses are prudent for live. Oh, I don't speak Russian. Well, welcome. So, yeah, anywho, truth be told is, even with all my sobriety time and my dry time, my clean time, off caffeine, I couldn't do any of it without God, Jesus Christ, the Holy Spirit. The Holy Spirit's been guiding me for 12 years now, solid. That's how I've been able to do this homeless thing. Thank you for the hearts. But he's blessed me with this RV. He's blessed me with this job. He's blessed me with my chickens. Matter of fact, I'm going to go outside for a little bit and see what the temperature's like, really. Oh, I can still feel the cold. Oh, yeah, it's a little chilly. But, you know, it doesn't matter what level you're at economically. it doesn't matter what level you're at mentally. I don't know, I gotta close the gates. I gotta let the chickens out. It's very nice out today. Get the securement going, and the chickens are coming out. So, here, I'm gonna walk you over there. Good morning, birds. Here, let's put you down. Oh, I did not bring food. Good morning, girls. I forgot the food. I just wanted to let you out. It's so pretty out. It's so pretty out. Hi, hi, girls. I forgot the food. I'm gonna have to go back in and get it. Oh, you've got nice fresh crap on your feet. And that's the other thing I've been wanting to do. Okay, birds. Put you down like that for a little bit. I see you don't care. I gotta go get you food. So, my vocabulary has not gotten much better. I don't have a thesaurus in my brain. I never read one, so it's not there. Dictionary data, yes. But again, that's not fully fresh either because of the brain injuries. Oh, food is down here. But I make do. And I work it. Because if I don't work my brain, I'm going to lose it. Just like my joints. If I don't use my joints, I'm going to lose them. They're going to become rigid and tense and arthritic. And, oh, I know. Well, let me get over here to where I can feed you. Now, let's put it this way. Let's tip this just a little bit. Okay, girls. Good grief. Yeah, this is my my trade secret for laying eggs. They like protein. They don't have protein, they ain't gonna lay their eggs. In the wintertime, all the bugs are gone. So they don't have no protein. And 22% protein in the chicken feed that they have here, their scratch feed, that's crap. It's crap. They want more. They're starving. I figured this out last Thanksgiving and Christmas when they weren't getting no bugs. Wait a minute. Okay, no, that's not a bug. Just shit with fur in it, feathers in it. And they kept laying. As long as I gave them protein, high amounts like cat food, they'd lay. So that's what I've been doing. And they're laying. And they're happy. And no, I can't see the screen kind of at the moment, so it is what it is. I won't necessarily have direct interaction for a few. But this is what I do every morning. Now, truth be told, yeah, I'm miserable. I have family in another state with grandkids that I don't get to see. And it makes it hard. Makes it extremely hard because I'm by myself pretty much. I don't have family. Is the ground cold? Is the ground cold, itty bitty? Yeah, well, it's still 27 degrees out, girls. You might want to go back inside. Speaking of which, let's take you inside and see what we got for eggs this morning. They've been squawking a little bit. Let's see. Yeah, we got 2 eggs. Now, here's the ceramic egg. Here's the ceramic egg I put in here. Let me put you down. Let's see if I can see in there. Okay. There's the egg. Okay, so here's the ceramic egg. And this, get the straw off. This is my crem's leg, or egg. Yeah, that's a sizable bit of a difference. It's kind of nice. I'm gonna leave those in there so that they have more incentive to lay the rest of the day. They're good on everything else. They got their protein for it a bit. So yeah, I'm going back inside so I can see the text and see any numbers because I can't see in this morning sun. The sun is like right there. It's I'm not exactly sure what time it is. And yes, I do wipe my feet when I go in. I may not have a vacuum cleaner. Do have a broom. But yes, I am fighting and struggling with my own depression. It's not at a level that's real bad, but it's still there. And it's not even a depression. It's just kind of, it's just kind of there. Look at, this is my floor. Have I wanted to sweep it up and clean it? No. No, I still have a couch full of stuff. And my kitchen's better. And I'm about to cook here shortly because I'm hungry and I'm not waiting. It's 9 o'clock in the morning and I'm hungry because I've been eating. So I'm going to make a couple fried eggs and you're going to sit with me because I got to get this out. And quite frankly, okay, so I'm doing this to share my experience, strength, and hope with whoever would like to share in my sobriety, my dumping of addictions, my dumping of sin. I don't want to live like this anymore. I don't want to live like that anymore. I don't want to live in sin. It was miserable. I couldn't stand it. Even when I was having a good time, I wasn't having a good time. And that's the way it works. Now, I'm going to set you up here. I'm trying to figure out where, and it's that way. So let's put you on the back side. I got to make some breakfast. So y'all can watch me as I make breakfast. Let's get this set up right. Okay. Figure out camera angles. I have to plug this in. So I live off of a power strip. Bring it over here and show you my power strip. And my power strip, I'm plugging into right here at the moment. That goes to that, which goes to an extension cord that runs outside to a plug. One outlet. Yeah, one outlet of source of power. Redonkulous for a whole RV. I don't use a lot of power. I don't. Okay, where's the angle on that? You can't see mixing for crap. Who needs mixing? I'm just showing you my cooking. So, and talking. So anyways, heat my pan up. I had to clean up a little bit from last night. But, I grew up out in California, and my dad owned his own shop. Had contracts with major airplane. My dad was an airplane builder. He built airplanes. He's a machinist, and he's died. He's no longer around. The business has been sold, and it is what it is. Life goes on after death. Things happen. Finances get screwed. That's the way it is in America right now. You can't have a business and let it go to your kids because the government's going to fuck you over. And I'm saying it. I'm tired. There's no censorship anymore, okay? And YouTube will abide by this, because if they don't, they're going to have lawsuits on their hands. Because, for one, I'm tired of this. I'm tired of it. But there should be no reason why I have to censor my words when there's a freedom of speech in the United States. And yes, they might find some of it offensive in other areas of the world, but quite frankly, they don't need to watch, and they don't. Right now, the percentage of people that watch me is predominantly the US and Canada, and some little portions of the rest of the world. I've gotten some people from Russia on certain days. I've gotten some people from uh, um Ireland, which is cool because that's one of my ancestral things. I'm Scottish Welsh, so that region of the world is kind of cool for me, So it is what it is. And no, I'm not exactly paying attention to the text. I can't see. I'm hungry. I'm going to be eating soon. So I'm trying to focus on that. I am autistic, and eye contact is something that I have always struggled with. I don't make a lot of eye contact with people. That's something that's part of my thing. So when I'm going to be looking to read the text and to see what kind of conversation there is that way. In the meantime, y'all are just kind of here on board to see what I'm doing while I'm doing it, because that's what it is today. I'm going live. You can come with me and follow my world as I talk to you, but not necessarily physically, directly, reading text-wise, replaying back kind of thing. Not to be rude, but like I said, I'm hungry. And this is how I live. I don't get sick, so y'all can not freak out. I'm not dirty and nasty. I don't get sick. I work in customer service and cashier box and gas station. Public services surfaces all the time. I'm taking cash all day long that's coated with all sorts of shit. I mean, cash is one of the worst means, or the best means, to transmit things by contact and germ wise, because it's just nasty. I took a bill the other day, a $10 bill. This is how I knew it was not somebody homeless. I took a $10 bill that was coated in white powder after it had been rolled up into a tube. That, my dear, is either crack or crushed meth. Crystal. Back in my day, that's how I did it, was I snorted it up my nose. And yeah, I've got holes in my nose. It is what it is. There's repercussions to stupid actions. When you put shit in your body you shouldn't be doing, that's what happens. So I am going to float me a couple fried eggs for breakfast. And I want this to get decently hot because I want to see the sizzle. When my eggs, I've never seen this with fried eggs before. Well, I've never seen it with homegrown eggs. I've always had store-bought eggs. So this has been a joyous treat to be able to do my own stuff with my own homegrown butt nuggets. I love it. Absolutely love it. Oh, I gotta do the knife, or my spatula. Hold on, I'm slightly discombobulated. Where's my butter cover? Oh, there it is. Butter cover. Okay, butter's getting ready. I do not have a level surface. I'm not level in my home. I have a pitch, so this has a tendency to move to one side. I'll get up there in a minute with the camera so you can see how the eggs come out. I'm trying to decide which 2 eggs I want this morning. Let's just do white. So many few white. Oh, yeah. Yes, hold on. Let me show you my eggs. This is my egg stash. And I'm taking the 2 white ones today, so the next dozen that goes will be matching for the most part. Bring you over here. I have to bend you down so that you can see the frying pan. Okay, where is it on the camera? Not very visible, but you know what? I'm not going to do that. I don't want to get butter splatter on there. I'll just tip you down and do it that way when I get them in there. They start doing his thing. Oh, we got 4 people. Hi, y'all. Who asked? Oh, nice. Yeah, what's that? Cuffed them. Nice. It's wonderful. I'm really enjoying getting back in touch with my heritage. I want to learn more. Wish I had the opportunity when my dad was alive. These shells are really tough. I'm so happy with how healthy these are. These are some good birds. And I'm saying that specifically because the birds that I got this last time, the chicks earlier, they're not so healthy. I'm not happy with the health and well-being of the chicks that I've gotten. Whereas the first 6 chicks that I've gotten were wonderful. There was no problems with it. Was great to get started without any issues, so that I had a better baseline, I guess. And I put my shells up there, I bake them, and crush them up and give them to the birds. Okay, let's see. Egg. Wow, look at those eggs. That's pretty. Look at how it bubbles. You can see the bubbling underneath the egg. Is that not a trip or what? And I can't read the text because, yeah, I want you guys to... this is nature's trip, okay? I'm autistic. And I'm enjoying this shit. Watching these beautiful eggs, these homegrown eggs, just sizzle in the pan of butter. Where you can see the bubbling underneath the white. Because the whites are so clear. Wow. I'm going to get that butter to move a little bit. See that? There's a little butter, pool of butter right here. I'll get that to shift. Oh my. Ah, yummies. Now I gotta flip them, so I gotta put you down. Oh, I didn't clean off my spatula. Okay. Clean off my spatula real quick. I would, but I'm hungry. All I did was I put my spatula down on top of a paper towel because it only had butter and eggs on it. It's been coated with butter before it started with the eggs, so it's got a pre-coating. And I just put it down on top of a paper towel, folded the paper towel on top of it, and held my hand on top of it so it had firm pressure while I slid it out from underneath, and it wiped off everything but the edges. And I'm done. Sorry about the jerkiness. Now, the thing I've had difficulty with is flipping these because they have a tendency to not go all the way on the spatula. See if I can get it separated. Nope, they seal together. Oh, let's see. Well, that was fun. Wow. I hope that came out on camera good, because that was interesting. That was the best. That was the best flip I have ever done. I wanted to say the best fucking flip I have ever done, but that would be accurate because that was the best fucking flip I have ever done. And it was two firsts, two eggs at the same time. Dang. Oh, I didn't put any herbs on. Okay, so let's get some pepper on there. Bit of pepper. Pepper. Turmeric. Ginger. And I don't just sprinkle, okay? You got to have your herbs on there. You will get used to having a punch of flavor. But I tell you what, if you quit smoking, it's going to be even better. Okay, so ground pepper, turmeric, and ginger. Great anti-inflammatory combinational factor. You need the ground pepper, black pepper to go with the turmeric. There's ingredients in that that enhances the turmeric. The turmeric can't get absorbed in properly if you don't have it. So this is my food combination. And oh, I do want a little bit of mustard. Do I have? Yes, I have a little bit of mustard left. And mustard is great for anti-mucus. So you want to add that too. And quite frankly, clumping it, I don't care. I'm just getting my herbs in there. It's going to get mixed up in the yolk, but my yolk's going to be a little bit on the thicker side because it's going to be well cooked. However, the beauty of these eggs are, I'll cut into them here shortly. Yeah, I'm just going to use my bowl. I'm not using a plate. It's over. Okay, hold on a second. Let me see. Well, can you see the eggs? Where are the eggs? Here are the eggs. I can't see. I want you to be able to see when I cut into them. Because, let me loosen the joint on this so it'll move better. There we go. So you can see how the yolks look when I cut into it. Because it's not like store-bought eggs. They are not. I'm using my cocoa fork from my cocoa cup. That's where the drop seam was. I share with my doggy. There you go. Maybe a little hot. It's okay. Okay. Let's cut into this. Now this is a thoroughly cooked yolk for the most part. But look at how yellow, real yellow that yolk is. And it's not, I mean, you can see it where it's thoroughly cooked there even. But that is just, lovely. Sorry, gone. Wait, maybe it's too hot. I gotta give it another minute. Cut it again. Oh, that looks lovely. Bye-bye. It tastes even better. Oh my goodness. And that was the same way as I did my pan earlier. Oops, sorry. I need to block your view of those delicious eggs. And again, I put ground pepper, ground black pepper, turmeric, ginger, and a little bit of mustard. That is delicious. Okay, I'm taking it off the torture angle. And back up. Unlock the angle. I'm going to take you over here to where I can actually see the text. Oh, I'm going to drop you down. Yes, I know it needs, I like mine runny too. But I got over involved in talking. And I overcooked it. But That being said, it is still absolutely delish. Delish. Ooh, I do like my yolks running. Now, au contraire myths, what they, FDA and health organizations and shit don't want you to believe the truth. Well, that's changing. Truth is, the whites are not healthy for you. The yolk is. The yolk is the healthiest part of the egg. It's what the chicks eat off of when they're growing. Hello, it just makes sense. I mean, okay, and here's a joke for you. I have this on a short, but it's a priceless classic old age question of inquiring. Which came first, the chicken or the egg? Neither. The rooster did. Well, you know, it's biblical. And smelling the turmeric, I can smell it when I bring it up to my nose. Now, Americans, here's a thing. Herbs are really good for you. And they use a lot of these in the foods that you eat, just in not the greatest ratio of proportion. Or if you don't know what it is, you don't have that fear factor of like, oh, I don't like that, just because you don't like either A, the sound of it, B, the smell of it raw or something. It's always reasons. It's called prejudice. It's called ignorance. You know, grow up, get an education, learn things outside of electronics, and I'm trying to think of the words for it. Bit data. Oh, thanks for the hearts. I saw that. Eggs came first because dinos. Oh, I could get into that right now. Okay, so the creation, day is as 1,000 years, and 1,000 years is as a day. It is a scripture reference. There's a mathematical equation in that. You cannot have an understanding of an infinite being's time. It's impossible. We cannot fathom that. Our brains would explode. Ain't happening. That being said, he says he created it in 6 days, and he segmented it up. So, he separated the day and the light in the universe and made the earth. That takes thousands of years, millennia. We don't know what his day is like to ours. We don't care. I mean, we do. But why? There should be things of a mystery. Like women. Mystery. Baffling. Just absolutely baffling. And I'm one. So I have a place to talk. So he goes through creation. He makes all these creatures, the birds and the fish and the animals on the ground. Mm. 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 Sorry, y'all. Shit just got real. So, I live in a portion of Denver that has been terrorized by a psychopathic serial killer for the last 5, possibly 6 years. And she is walking around my block, pushing her sad little puppy dog, sad survivor puppy dog, after a litter of 3 from her dog. And she has the audacity to tell me 2 of them died. Yeah, I wonder how. I seriously wonder how. Oh, good morning. Yeah. No, she's been out. She she's got the last I knew, she had 12 warrants out, and they ignore her. Now, a few of the cops that I knew were corrupt have been transferred, quit, or retired, scared. And this was in the last 2 years since I started working at the C-store. And she's been out here. She is protected by someone. There's no way that she's not protected by someone. And I mean someone up there. And when I go live, as time that she's going to walk, I'm on the right path, y'all. I have been seeking help by word of mouth, going to the FBI building, no avail. And going to the Supreme Court building downtown, secretaries don't give a shit. They don't care. They're run by Democrats. They have other orders. Don't tend to the people. Don't give them what they need so that they can't do anything. Oh, no, I'm not tripping, hun. No, totally not tripping. When I first got down here, I got planted up right on her front porch. And mind you, she's homeless. She's been kicked out of the house. There's no doubt about that. Okay, but on her block, get her off my block. Oh yeah, that's her block. I was there for 6 to 9 months before I had to move, and because they were building a bridge going over from one section to another to connect to the river, so that it wasn't a complete cutoff. I mean, it was just it was a clusterfuck, and it was run by these individuals that ganged and were killing people on the river, homeless people, targets, the women that were coming through, the men. They got blackmailed into doing what they wanted them to do: car theft, deconstruction theft. Okay, I say deconstruction because there's a lot of buildings, that old buildings that were getting torn down out here, and they'd go in and they'd steal all the scrap metal and stuff that they could out of those buildings at night. Because, oh no, Denver or the owners, they're not going to guard that property from anybody coming in and stealing. Go ahead. They already got their money for the bid. Now, the value that they get off of it, whatever. Their sick mentality thinking, basically, is let them do the dirty work for us. And they can have it whatever they want. I am 56 years old. She's she's nasty. She's filthy. She's covered in grease and ash all the time. She's a scrapper. She's hot-shotting. When she finds them, they do what they want. And I say they because there's a few of them. One in particular, the man part of it. And they get them drugged up. They do what they want to them. And then it's a hot shot. And in the river. I have a short. It is age restricted. You go to my channel page, go to my shorts, find the one that's age restricted. So what happens out here on the river trail, right over the wall for my work. They come to me for Narcan. I just got 3 more boxes the other day and set up on a schedule for them to bring it repeatedly every week. Because it's that bad. In the scrapyard. Oh, I've had 4. And I have 3 grandsons that I've never seen. And, with 25 years sobriety, 36 years off methamphetamines, I know, even though I can't remember it, I know I did shit in my past. Now, I didn't do bad shit with my kids. That is for dang sure. Okay, I was good with my kids. Now, I might not have made the wisest choices when I left them with their dad while I went over the road truck driving. But you got to do what you got to do. I'm a professional truck driver. I can make money doing that. So that's what I did while he was going to school to become an electrical journeyman. After pulling teeth to get him to do it, not by mine, but by other men having influenced him. Yeah, that's a really good profession to be in. Then he listens. And then 1 year to completion, bye-bye. He screwed it all up. Cheated. So, whatever. It is what it is. Excuse me, I gotta wipe my mouth off. Yolk. Excuse me, I rinse my mouth out. Yolk. And pepper. And I'll put my glasses down and take a look at the text. Oh, my body feels better. Protein and water. Woohoo! Yes, I have a recycling container, but it's down there and I'm not moving right at the moment. Oh my goodness. Oh, you know what? I am being very... I'll take you with me on this one because you might as well see it. My heater. I forgot it on. That's my heater. Okay, I'll do a quick demonstration. I'll burn. That's roasty. That's toasty. And then it kicked on that second panel. And then only for a moment, I'm going to turn it on to the third panel, which when that's on all the way, it burnt the fuck up. I'm turning it down. It's too hot. Actually, I'm turning it off because it's too warm. But that's my heater. Very, very, very wonderful heater. I've had it for 4 years now. No, 5 years. 5 years now I've had that heater. And I've had it serviced once, which really kind of probably wasn't necessary. But I find it necessary because you never know how bad the gas is. Thank you. I live in Denver. And I have had a tendency to put people to sleep with my talking. So it's still something to kind of get used to. It's been a very long time since I've been told things that I know for myself, that this is why it's such a struggle for me to be without my grandsons, is because I know how much love I have. And I'm going to say my dad was the one that named me. I'm getting emotional right now, so bear with me. And you sparked one. I can't see the text right now, but this is going to come out. Julie, 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 do you love me? Julie, 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 do you care? He used to sing that song to me all the time. And I got it saved onto my favorites. It was a singer back in the 50s. I think it was 58 that came out. It's called Julie, Do You Love Me? And that is honestly how I feel about pretty much everybody. This is what God's love can do for the human body after they heal from the suffering that they've gone through. And even still, the suffering that they can still go through. But it won't necessarily be as hard as it has, or hard as it had been, when you don't have Jesus Christ in your heart. When you accept the forgiveness that God has granted you because of the sacrifice that Jesus did. And then you get that peace. The Holy Spirit can come in and can live in your heart and change everything. But you have to be willing. If you're not truly willing, it ain't going to happen. You have to put your whole heart, your whole body into it. I used to weigh over 200 pounds. That was a big body on a 5'1.5" nothing frame. 200 pounds. I'm only 115 right now. That's my average weight. That was my high school weight. And it was not easy to change all the fucked up shit that I had done in my past that brought me to that point. And I was sober. I was sober and that heavy. Yeah. Thank you, hon. It's okay, hon. I just think of it this way. In the Bible, it says that God saves up those tears of his children. We are his children. And if he saves our tears, what does he do with them? This is my belief and my thought, my fantasy. And I didn't finish my thought of creation, but let's get to this one real quick because this is beautiful. All my tears that I cry now that he's saving, they're going in my mansion. My mansion is going to be built with diamond walls. The tears that I shed now are going to make the walls of my mansion in heaven. That's what I want to believe. You know, we go through pain and suffering as humans. That's part of our curse because of our ancestors and how we are and why we are. How can we appreciate the riches in heaven if we have not gone through the pains and torturement of hell on earth? Because right now it is. This is his domain. This is the devil's domain. The earth is his prison for now. And when Jesus died on the cross, he went there. He went to his domain and he took the keys back. And he said, you no longer have control. I have the keys and you have a matter of time before it's over. Go ahead, run it loose. Do what you want, devil. But I have the control. I have the keys. And he's running this show. That's all there is to it. But the delusion that we are living in because of that is what we need to, and I do believe we need to cry our eyes clean. Jesus isn't here to wipe those eye boogers off, that disease stuff from our eyes. We are the body of Christ. We should be doing that for each other. You know, take out that log from your neighbor's eye before, or take out the log from your own eye before you take the twig out of your neighbor's eye. Because you can't see it, do it if, you know, really. It's surgical value. I'm going to have to blow here in a short second. Glasses down. No, I'm not from Florida, but I've been there. I'm from California. Oh, this is sponsorship, hon. Therapy, it's all inclusive. When you get a sponsor who actually has worked a program, who knows the word, who knows the Bible, and who knows the step work, that's all the therapy you need. You know, Shane Winnings is doing a read the Bible in a year. And that is something that I tithe to because I don't have a church. I don't go to a building here. I don't have people near me, and I don't have the time and the money to take a bus and public transportation to get to any other church. So this is my church. You all are my church. Oh, I gotta see what time it is. Oh, crap. And I have to be at work at 11. But at this point, I'm going to say, F it. Oh, you know what? I got to plug this in so I get charge time and my battery doesn't die. I do not want to have die on the live. Okay. So that's plugged in and charging. Yes. Okay. 34%. We're good. Get you charged. Now, here's another thing. Oh, thank you, hun. I smoke pot. I am a cancer survivor. I was diagnosed with lymphatic cancer in New York. I am a dark water survivor. I left there after a year of drinking the water out of the mountain of Troy for a year while living in an RV on a private island, 93-acre private island, smack dab in the middle of Waterford, in between the Hudson, the Mohawk, and the Erie Canal convergence. It was fucking gorgeous. I whisper, I know you can read my lips. Maybe you might hear it, censorship, but, emphatic by nature and tone, along with words. I have to load a cone. You know what? Yeah. So, and this is legal in this state. So, clause, whatever. There's another guy out there that does it, smoking obviously on things, and there's others that don't, and they're in Canada, so that might be why. So, I don't know, but this is legal in my state, and is in several other states. So, and I have a time frame and a time crunch, but I need to get my stuff together, and this is part of getting my head about me. Put my glasses back on. Yes, I attest to this. Now, here is my my warning, my clause, my what's the word I'm looking for? Yes, I have seen it all. Yes. And I'm not liking that. It's not something you really ever want to be proud about. But where's that going with the clause? Oh, yeah. Okay. Here's my clause. Marijuana is not for everybody. As in everything that's in existence on this planet, you can have adverse reactions to it. Allergies. If you have any kind of adverse reaction to the things that I am doing right now, don't bother to do it. Now, if you want to be insane and feel better about your things and step out of the box a little bit, you might actually feel better, because God put this on this planet for us, the human body. PBS special, The Botany of Desire. Look it up. The Botany of Desire. 4 plants that change the world. One of them probably, I think, might be the last one that they talk about on the video, is marijuana. There are neurotransmitters in the brain that do not fire and function without the chemical compounds found in marijuana. Is that not by grand design or what? Hello. And that's in mammals, period. Ooh, which takes me back to creation. So after he's done creating everything, he's got all these leftover parts, because, he's the builder, right? And he builds things. So after he's built all this stuff, he's got the mammals, the fish, the birds, the bugs. They're not really included in things except necessarily. We have the venomous ones. We have the marsupials. We have the pouch. We have the milk, milk feeding and all that fun stuff, right? He's got all these parts left over. What does he do with them? He puts them together. Here you go, a little bit of this, and we're going to put in a little bit of that, and a little bit of here, and a little bit of there. We got the feathers, we got the bill, we got the venom. Hey, here's the platypus. Have fun with that one. Mammal, marsupial, venomous, a bird, water dwelling, land dwelling. It nurses. It has eggs. It has a marsupial pouch, and it gives a birth in an egg. Yeah. How can you go wrong with that? Have fun with that. That's God's sense of humor. Is it not? You tell me otherwise. And God doesn't have a sense of humor. You have to go get the platypus and see how many different species of creation are in that thing. Just about all of them. Yeah, how can you bump down? Yep. Bump down to 1. Gotta love it. Who's still with me? I want to know who's the brave one that's still here. Because that just bumped it out. But it might be that everybody has to leave, because it's getting to be that time. I gotta get cracking on this thing so I can get ready for work. That was fun. Oh, then it came back again. Maybe. So anyways, yes, this is my thought process. This is what I've learned. This is what I've experienced. I've watched. When you're out on the streets, Homeless, you have a lot of time on your hands. When you don't have a phone because you don't have the means to be able to power a phone or the money to be able to keep the phone active, you have a lot of time on your hands to do stuff. And if you believe in God, what better way to bond with Him and His creation? By watching, paying attention, observing. We've had enough time with humans. I was done with the human bullshit. I was tired of it. I was done living it myself, done being seen with others, and done seeing it being done to others. So you look someplace else. And as long as you don't look within yourself and go crazy because of the shit that you have in your life, you'll see God out there. So, you know, life is what you make it. And I'm homeless in an RV, renting on private property that at any given time they can choose to say, you're done, get out. And I have as long as I've paid up on rent. And right now I'm paid ahead. So even right now at this moment, I'm waiting. I will get my paycheck and I will pay the remaining amount of my rent for this month. But I have a portion of it already paid so that he can't say anything. Yeah, I have to have notice. And given that notice, I have a cause to fight if necessary. I don't know that it'll necessarily happen or go down that way, but you can't tell how people are going to be. You know, this day and age, you can't tell what's going to change. So there's that. But, and even then, okay, so my RV doesn't run. She does. She would run if she had the wiring that would have proper connectivity to keep a current electrical flow to get her started. She'd run. She wouldn't necessarily move. Now, she might move forward or back, one direction or another, possibly. When I moved her into this spot, I had to back her in, tow her in, and the guy was pulling, and I did not know it was not in neutral. It had been down in drive, and when I actually got clipped into neutral, I heard a click, 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 or a clunk, clunk, clunk. And I don't know if it was the shifter or if it was the gears when I was getting it into gear to out of gear into neutral so that it could be pulled backwards. And I haven't moved her since. So I haven't started her, nothing. I need a vehicle. I don't have one. And it sucks. You know, I'm foot locked in this town that has 2 buses, one every half hour, just down the road, just one street, up and back. That's it. Nothing throughout the rest of the freaking mile distance in between, except for the number 8. And that one, that's a wig-wag, ziggly-zag, once an hour a bus, and it doesn't have the greatest of stops. So it's really kind of screwed up on getting anywhere in and out of this town. But that's it. Truth be told, it's miserable. And yet the people have hope. I've given them that. God has given them that hope by me being here to be able to show them how God can work in your life. I'm only strong because God made me this way. I've gone through a lot and I've been able to stand up and stand strong in it so that I can move forward and show others and lead by example how strong you can be. It doesn't matter your size. It doesn't matter your age. It matters the strength of who you are and who is within you. Period. God's in me. I've got God's strength in me and around me. And when you're standing toe to toe, nose to nose, against a psychopath, serial killer, you figure out how strong God is. That's it. That's it. You figure out how strong God is when you're standing up against the devil, when you're standing toe to toe against the devil, and you know and you feel in your heart, and you know you've got God, and you pull on that source. You stand there in the confidence of God, and you say, He's got this. Not I've got this. He's got this. And that's when it happens. Your own? Mm-mm. No, she could have took me down in a heartbeat. Definitely. Well, she was twice my size at that point, and she did have somebody behind her. Not that I would have been too terribly concerned about that. However, oh my, I dropped all my lighters. I had God on my side, and who knows how many angels around me because of it. Can't do it. Can't do it. That's all there is to it. The devil can never win when you're working with God and you're working through God and God is working through you. So here we go. Wait, no, I'm not. I'm feeling awkward about letting this on camera, so just 1 second. I'm just going to step off screen for a second. Okay, I'll probably have to relight it again, but God forbid I actually teach a grown-ass adult how to use a lighter. This is the stinking thinking that we go through, the stupid thought process. Why, you're an adult. I don't need to be censorship with you. And I'm not monetized. And even then, actually, I would like to be monetized. I'd like to be monetized by a bunch of freaking potheads. Yeah, a lot of Americans who realize that being happy, healthy, and whole is a good thing. This is taboo in the Christian realm, which it shouldn't be, because God made it, God created it, and He created our being specifically for it. And for them to deny it, no, that's a Pharisee thing. To me, that's a Pharisee thing. Don't be putting your Pharisee shit on me. I'm a believer, I'm a follower of Jesus Christ. Okay? I am not going to sin and end up in hell. I'm not going to do it. And I'm not going to teach anybody to do that either. I'm not. But He gave me this. He promoted it for me because He gave it to me. How do I know He gave it to me? Because I don't deal with the devil. Okay? The devil has to flee from me. And that's constant. It is what it is because I've been with Him, through Him for so long. He will still put obstacles in my path. He will still combat me. But there comes a time where personal domain is a safe domain. And this is my personal domain. This is my safe domain. Yes, it can be invaded, as was just happened not too long ago when the psychopath walked across my view. And then I thought they were leaving, and they didn't go that way. They went the other way and went down and stayed in my view for a little bit longer. Okay? So I know the devil's still out there every single flipping day, and sometimes every minute. And if you're new in recovery, if you're newly out of sin, you're going to see it all the time, everywhere, because it's going to attack you. Sorry, excuse me. Achy burp. Not in the bad way. Those were delicious eggs. So, this is my world, and this could be your world too, and anybody else who wants to join in it. I'm not going to do anything that is going to put my belief and my spiritualness and my comfortness with God at risk. I'm not going to teach you or tell you to do anything that you shouldn't be doing or for your choice, because that's not my place. We have a freedom of choice, and that's your choice. I'm just putting this out there for everybody to share. Yeah, it is something that we have to break free from the taboo of the box that we've been put in. My dad's name was Jack. And I ain't no Jack in the Box. I had a Jack in the Box. And I played with, but at the same time too, I didn't. It had, it has a little pattern to it, and then boom, and it's supposed to alternate in its patterns, and boom, I didn't care for it, and I never did. And a lot of people that are autistic don't care for it. So that was my. I love the cranky. I love the Music Box Factory. Give me that. Oh, um, what's the big music box one that had the monkeys on it? Um, the guy would crank the music box thing, and the monkey would be standing there, and he'd play the. I can't remember it. I can't remember it. It's like right there. Anyways, I liked cranking. I can handle that. The wheels, the circular. I'm autistic. I have a thing with the spinning, you know, and the sickly ride. Six Flags Magic Mountain, California, had this barrel ride. It was just a wall, a circular barrel wall, and it would spin really, really, really fast. And centrifugal force would keep you pinned to the wall. And then so you could, and then the floor would drop out. So you'd be stuck to the wall, and depending on your body weight, you'd either stay up against the wall as the floor was down below you, or if you were heavy enough, you would slide down the wall because the centrifugal force wasn't heavy enough to hold your heavy ass body. It was kind of funny. So yeah, there's that. Anywho, um, it made me sick. Well, sort of. Sometimes I never threw up. I couldn't stand throwing up. I couldn't do it. So there's that. Sorry, excuse me. I gotta do a little magic trick here. Hopefully it's productive and good. Done. Hello. Um, why not? You know, we can't be honest with each other and ourselves and how we are in human, and being polite and how we are cleanliness wise. Well, why not? You might as well teach. It's it is what it is. So I think I'm going to walk today and take you guys with me. I have no idea how much battery juice is left. And when I do that, I'm not going to be able to necessarily see the text or the stuff. So it's going to be one of those things of uh, it's just going to be a walk until I get to work. Which at that point, I may shut it off. I will shut it off because, yeah, I got authorization from my boss, or I should say my boss's mom, the lady in charge of the paychecks and everything, and everybody's jobs, as to whether or not I can go live. I'm working on it. Or I should say he's working on it. I gotta work on me right now. So, the birds are good. They've got water, they've got food. Outside birds are good. They've got water, they've got food, and they're open and out and about today if they choose to be. I've eaten, and I'm still reasonably clean. I probably do with my hair again, but it is Wednesday. It's my Friday. I should probably just do my hair again. You guys probably wouldn't care. Oh, now maybe I'll just go to work early and stop at the park while I'm on my way and sit there for a little bit. Get out, do something different than just what I do. I am far from great. I'm broken. I've been broken. And God's the glue that holds me together. That's Jesus Christ. The blood of Jesus Christ is what's the glue that is holding me together. And holding all of us together. If you choose to be. We choose to be. We all have to do our own footwork. But sometimes it's good to have a sounding board. Someone that you can talk to that can just be an ear. Someone that you can talk to that will give you a hug. that unconditional love. It's what I do at work. I give everybody an opportunity until they show me otherwise. When that otherwise comes up, I have to choose to act on it. And it is purely out of love. The fruits of the Spirit: love, kindness, patience, self-control. Okay? You can have an anger. You can have that. That is an emotion that needs to be acknowledged. It's how you respond in that anger that makes the difference. Do you respond in fear? Do you respond in that anger out of resentment? Or do you respond in that anger out of love? When Jesus turned the temple tables over because they were selling things in the temple, which was a sin, he turned those tables over. He beat the crap out of those people, okay? Because they were doing wrong in his house. God's got wrath, y'all. And he is going to bring it. He is. And I don't want to be a part of the receiving end of his wrath, which is why I'm on the winning side now. And that is also why I will bring the wrath of God down on anybody in that work environment and in that environment period that is doing terrible wrong. Period. There's a trailhead out there by my work where they repeatedly do drugs because it's not really patrolled or monitored or cared about. And in that there's ODs, in that there's fights, and in that there's been killings, deaths, murders. I'm saying it because it's the truth. When you witness those things, you can't deny it, and you shouldn't be denying it, because the truth is what will set us free. God is the truth. Jesus Christ is the truth. And the Holy Spirit is the truth. And the devil is the truth. And if you don't believe that, you're living in it. And I feel sorry for you because you're in death. And I don't want you to be. No one in the body of Christ wants anybody to be in death, because we've been there. Smoking is not a sin. There is nothing in the Bible that says smoking is a sin. As a matter of fact, he says to burn the incense, to burn the herbs while you're praying. I'm praying in my heart right now. I'm praying for the world. But it's what you do with yourself, what you do with your mouth, what you do with your life that makes a difference. You don't have to preach anything. You just live your life holy. You don't have to say anything about why until asked. That's when you can bring it up, if you choose to. But if you're slick about it, like fishing, you cast that line out there with that hook and that bait, which in my world, it's the peace of Jesus Christ. Just by showing it, by living it. When they bite at it a little bit, they're tested. I'm not so sure about this. Then they spit it back out again. They're not so sure. That's life in the human world. They're going to be doing that constantly, left and right. But it's how you know, wait a minute, that felt like a bite. Did they swallow? Said it. That's when you know. That's what's called fishing. You fishing, you casting that line out there with that bait and that hook, and you're waiting until something takes a strike at it. Something takes a nibble, and then you might tease it a little bit like it's jerking. And with fishing, you don't need big movements. You don't. Just the littlest bit. vibrates across that whole line, all the way down to the bottom, to where it's a chain reaction. By the time it gets to that worm goes, boo! Just from a little bit of motion on the top. Okay? That's how God works. And then when that fish snaps onto that bait, you got to set it. You reel it in. Now, I had landed me a 9-pound, 26-inch rainbow trout, natural rainbow trout. Trout. The hook was not set. Barely lipped that sucker. Barely lipped it. But I got it in because I kept the tension on the line taut the whole time. Even as he was jumping out of the water, I was pulling back and reeling it in. Made him go, pulling back and reeling it in. But I kept that line taut the whole way. There's an art to fishing. There's an art and a skill to setting and catching and reeling it in and landing that fish. Because at any given moment, even 1 foot away from reaching out to get it, and that fish could go and get off the line. And because you have no control over it, it's all God's will. All these names are written in the Lamb's Book of Life already. He's just waiting for y'all to realize that you're part of it. So, okay. Ugh. I don't know. I'm thinking that maybe an hour and 15 minutes may be long enough for a live video for me for now. Because I don't know. I feel like there's things that I want to do, like pick my nose. Just without anybody seeing. But this is something I'm going to get used to. I've got to get used to it because this is what I need to do. I see new text, I think. Oh, thank you, hon. I don't feel so beautiful. And I know y'all tell me. And I know I am. Because I have felt it. I know I am. Because I am his child. I know I am. Because you say I am. And I thank you, hon. Bless you. Because I do need that. Everybody needs that. And whereas I give and give and give all day long, it's only a few of you that give back to me. And for that, I am truly grateful. I am still blessed. As they have said, some of those shorts have said, even if I just get that one like, I made a difference in one person's life. And that's why I'm doing this. Because even if I'm helping that one person, that's one more that's not going to be in misery. That's not going to be feeling so alone. And I was told quite pointedly, I have to tell the truth, that I'm not all that great. I don't have it all that together. I'm living in an RV, y'all. Okay, I don't have my own property. I don't have my own power. I have my own home. But even that can change. So, this is that. This is the truth. I'm broken. But Jesus is my glue. The blood of Christ is what holds me together with the rest of you. Oh my goodness. Now I can't see for real. Okay. Well, there's 7 of you on there. 5 likes. That's cool. I'm happy with that. It's been interesting, to say the least. When you're not plugged in for as long as I hadn't been plugged in, and you plug back in. That electrical flow is going to take some adjustment too. I'll get used to it, and I'll get back with the flow of it. You know, I grew up in Hollywood. I grew up in LA. It's my mom wanted me to be a part of that, and now look at them. I am so glad I'm not, because this is probably the bestest platform. Oh my goodness, I got scratches on these lenses now. Crap. I take pride in being able to take care of my stuff. Dollar glasses, Dollar Tree, made in China bullshit. Easy to scratch, and I've had it for a couple of years now, and I've kept them in good condition. It's the kind of pride you take in yourself, the kind of pride you take in the things around you. Are you made in China bullshit where you're disposable and you can just be thrown in the trash like they're trying to make a lot of us? Or are you high quality craftsmanship to where you can stand the test of time and wear and use? What are you? I'm a believer in Jesus Christ. I'm a follower in Jesus Christ. And in that, I am going to share my experience, strength, and hope with anyone who's willing to listen and learn and wants to grow and change in their walk with God and their fellow human beings. And to be quite pointed, fellow Americans, fellow human beings, depending on where you are on the planet. We are all human beings. However, there are going to be those who will not choose. That is given. That is told. That is pointed. So we are not the majority here, y'all. We are the minority, but we are the minority rules. Don't forget that. We are the minority rules. No, I remember, but at the same time too, no, it might be just that. So, and that, oh yeah, 122, I'm good. Yeah, 10 minutes after, I gotta get myself together really. Mentally, ah, spiritually, and physically, but not so much physically. I'm tushy here today. I'm not going all out today. No, no. I might do something different with this hoodie because it's getting eggy. Seriously. I dropped egg on it last night, and this is egg from the other day. But I don't care. I am not so yucky stuff up that whatever, I can't do it. I can't do it anymore. It's like that reporter that asked the president of Ukraine why he wasn't wearing a suit. How rude was that? What difference does it fucking make, you yuppie? If you're going for show, showboat it. We don't want it. This is real world life, y'all. In reality, when you're at fucking war and you have a bunch of people that are suffering and struggling, you think they're going to like it if you show up to some, foreign country dressed all to the fucking hilt and looking the snappiest you possibly fucking can? Or do you want to look like you're actually at war, that your nation is at war, and that you're humble and you don't give a shit about what you're fucking wearing because everybody else is in worse? So, fuck it. Who gives a shit? I wear a uniform. Now, granted, my uniform is my own daily wear every day. But I'm not smelly. I'm not smelly. But hello, there's a movie character, a TV character called Mr. Monk that wore the same thing every fucking day. Every day. The same thing. Granted, he had cycles of it. Probably one every day. Or really, is that the twist of reality? Okay? They can't afford it. You had cowboys out there that could afford one shirt, one pair of pants, pair of chaps, and a jacket. The rest of their gear went into fucking horse gear because that's what they were riding on. You think they gave a rat's fucking ass about what they wore, aside from keeping warm? No. That's a trendy yuppie behavior style that needs to be negated. I don't need a bunch of clothes. I have it because when I didn't have the money to wash them, like in a bunch, I'd go out and get a couple things from the thrift store. And that would be how I get new clean clothes. And then as it was, they would start building up, and I have the opportunity. I'm going to go do laundry. And I'd take all my clothes down to the laundromat and I'd wash them all. I'd wash them all, dude. A big, big machine loader. It makes it worth it. But I could hold on to my clothes then. But there is a time when a dysfunctional brain will take it a step beyond that is a bad step. And that's when that mental disorder is out of order. I have autism. I am autistic. But it does not have me. I have gotten a handle on what I do, how I do it, and how it affects me. Because I've learned it, I've embraced it, and I've let God have me. And in that God having me, He's controlling me, and it's not controlling me. That's the way it is. Okay? You understand and learn what you have and why you have it is because God made you that way. God made you that way. God made us this way for His reason, not for our understanding, but for His. What are you going to do with it? You're going to love yourself and love everybody else who has it as well, which is a massive amount of population. So, it is what it is. I see every opportunity that God gives me to love. And I see the opportunities for me to practice that fierce kindness, that tough love that says, I love you enough to tell you you're doing wrong and to stop it. That's tough love. You acting on it. You see someone out there doing wrong, stop it. Now, I'm not telling you that if somebody's out there wielding a gun, if you don't have an extra way to match that and wield it in a smart way, don't do it. You duck, you cover, you hide it out. You let somebody else take care of that. But if you see someone take a candy bar or an item from the store, you see them put it in their jacket, just simply walk up to them and say, dude, I saw you take that item. And as where I'm not going to do anything about it, but somebody else will do something about it. May not be at this exact moment, and may not be 5 minutes from now, but somebody's going to do something about it. Do you really want to go that direction? Because God's watching every single time, just as much as I am. And with that, I will bet they will take that item and put it right back up where they got it from and turn and walk away. And if not, that one you could never help to begin with. Then when they're stuck in the 7 deadly sins, those 7 deadly traits will not allow a person to believe or follow Jesus Christ. And that is why the number of people that will not be written in the Lamb's Book of Life is so much greater than those that are. So know who to talk to. Know who to share that with. Because you might be just butting your head up against a wall. They don't care. They're never going to care. They're never going to listen. They're never going to change. They're never going to stop being an addict. They're going to die that way. And I'm saying a lot of it out here. I don't want to. But that's reality, y'all. That's the truth of the matter. We are all broken. We are all hurting one way or another. What are you going to do? You can break people up into 4 different categories, and after this, I'm going to wrap it up. 4 different categories of people. They're going to be those that love you, always, unconditionally love you, no matter what. It doesn't necessarily have to be blood, but they're there. 2, you have those that love you, but they could fall out of love with you. It happens. I have some. 3, you have those that don't like you, but they could learn to like you. 4, you're going to have those that hate you, and they will do nothing but hate you, and they're never going to change their mind. Now, out of those 4 categories, where are you going to spend your energy? Are you going to try to convince that one that's never going to like you, that's always going to hate you, to change their mind? No. What about that one that doesn't like you, but can learn to love you? Or the one that loves you, but could learn not to like you? Or the ones that love you? Period. Where are you going to spend your energy? I don't have any of those ones that love me unconditionally necessarily around me. I would hope they're someplace else. I'd hope they really do love me, but because I'm not there, they can't show me. Right now, I feel like they're 2 and 3. I feel very much alone. So where I put my time and my energy into those that don't necessarily like me, but could learn to like me. But I could care less. What I care about is them getting to like Jesus Christ and the Holy Spirit that is within me. He who is within me. That's what I want them to get to know and love. And the only way they're going to be able to do that is by seeing him in me, in all the aspects of it, the good, the bad, and the ugly. The ugly being the tears and the pain that I feel myself. The good that God gives, and the bad that the devil dishes out all day long. How are you going to go about your day? I'm going to have a beautiful day, and this is a beautiful day. That's how you make it, and that's why I say it every single day. Have a beautiful day, y'all. Have a beautiful day. It is a beautiful day because I'm on it, and you're in it, and God made it. For that, it is a beautiful day. Y'all take care. God bless. Bye.